And now we've been talking about this recent rain, right? So a question you may be wondering, I know a lot of us are, will Southern California see a super bloom this year? I'm joined now by Salk Institute Research Professor Todd Michael. We want to talk about the super bloom. Todd, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So you do a lot of plant research. First, let's talk about what a super bloom is.
So super bloom is when the entire desert is blanketed with beautiful flowers. And usually it's defined by how much of the desert floor is actually covered. Because every year we have flowers in the desert. And when it rains a little bit, we have more flowers. But a super bloom is when all the flowers.
Okay. We just recently did a piece with the Anza Borrego Foundation, and they were seeing areas of blooms and really beautiful. That was before this week's rain. So I know it's hard to foresee these kind of things, but what do you think about the rain we got early January and this week? Pretty significant. Could this increase our chances of a super bloom?
Well, generally, you're looking for rain over 6 inches. And we're really rapidly approaching that at like, I think it's about 5.7 inches right now.
Okay, so close.
I mean, so in our local deserts, today, if we get more rain, there's a really good chance that this might push us over. I mean, either way, we're gonna have beautiful flowers.
Right.
But will it be a super bloom? Now, there are other factors that also determine whether it's gonna be a super bloom. Do we have dry years in the past? What is the temperature like right now in San Diego or in the deserts? And you know what? It was pretty warm in January as well. So that gave me a little bit of pause. I was like, maybe it was too warm.
Oh, I see.
And we did have a super bloom in 2023. So we had one pretty recently.
Right.
However, we've had an enormous amount of rain.
Okay, so I mean, it's to be determined. Either way, I mean, the rain obviously helps plants, but talk about why, you know, the desert plants are unique. It's beautiful to go out there. People take their pictures and do the things which we hope with respect to the plants, but what can we all learn about these blooms that are happening out there?
Well, one of the things I find the most fascinating about the blooms is that when we have a super bloom, it can be generations and generations of different plants coming up because there's a seed bank that actually feeds this bloom. And you can have multiple generations, seeds that have been buried for over 50 years, sometimes over 100 years.
Wow.
And then imagine you went to a family reunion and you could meet your great-great-grandfather, your great-great-grandmother. That's what's happening in a super bloom. Basically, all these flowers come up and you have multiple generations. Genetically, this is really interesting because then all those genetics come together. And that then leads to climate resilience of those plants because they sense what's happening in their environment now. And then those seeds will go back into the seed bank and sit for many, many years until another event
Can you explain, I know this is a lot for our interview, but why these seeds can survive that long? I mean, that's pretty amazing, right? I can barely keep a plant alive at home.
So seeds are like the natural casing of plants, right? So basically, they can last for hundreds, thousands of years. And in the desert, they do something called bet hedging. So the most successful ones don't all germinate at the same time. So for instance, they look for very specific cues. Rain is one of them. But it also depends on how much rain they've seen in the past. When the rain comes, we need a fall, winter, and then an early spring rain to really boost the super bloom. And so these seeds can sense this, and even when they sense it, only a very small percentage will bloom in any given year.
I see.
So this is why you have this massive seed bank.
Wow, I mean, it's incredible how smart they are, these little seeds. That's pretty brilliant to keep, you know, these plants going for generations to come. I know you do a lot of research at the Salk Institute. Explain why plants are so important.
Well, I mean, number one, plants are our main source of oxygen. And without, so, you know, plants are the primary source of biomass on the planet as well. And we eat them, they provide shelter, they clothe us. They pretty much do everything. So I don't think we could actually exist without plants. And you know, what we're doing at the Salk is we're trying to figure out how can we harness those plants to actually, in our case, draw down more carbon and put it into the soil because we want to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the air as it's been increasing, you may have heard about, However, by putting carbon dioxide in the soil, but putting carbon in the soil, it's a co-benefit. The plants actually will grow more healthy, stronger.
Right.
So hopefully we'll be building those plants for the future.
Incredible. Okay, incredible what you're doing. Thank you for explaining that to us. And yeah, let's hope for this super bloom. It may be happening. We'll see. If we
excited.
get 0.3 inches of rain today, that could be.
Well, I think we might get more. But
right. But out in the deserts, it's good stuff. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back, of course, with that forecast. Evan will let us know about the rainfall that's expected, what might come to our deserts. We'll keep an eye on all of it for you, and we'll be right back.